right, boys, I am here. Damn it. Sorry. I got distracted by something. But what's going on, guys? It's Mouse Up 6 here. And, well, suffice to say, this was certainly one of the weeks of all time for me. And by one of the weeks, I mean this was a very, 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 very exhausting week for me personally because holy shit. I just, it was very, interesting, I guess to say. I mean interesting in the sense of I uh I was very busy at work. Let's just say that. And I have my trusty um cheese stick with me. Um yeah, this week was probably one of the most exhausting weeks I've had because holy shit, work is just yeah, work was just crazy to me this week. Um, trying to even put in the words, just a lot of shit we had to do. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hey, what's going on, Boardman? Jason Boardman, how we doing today, sir? That's good. Doing all right. Um, well, some interesting news I found out. Actually, enough over. I think I found out. I believe either yesterday or Thursday. So I was at work and I was, checking through my notifications at work and I was going to my YouTube ones and I saw that um that my albums of the year list was blowing up. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And lo and behold, I'm getting comments out the ass and oh, my thing's messing up. There we go. I'll probably get. I'll get to why it's probably still messed up here in a little bit, but yeah, I was getting a lot of comments saying that, dude, this was like a really solid list. Really good stuff overall. I then found out that none other than Wyatt X Him commented on my video. I'm like, well, that's kind of a shock, and I'm like, well, that happened. And that was really cool. And I was getting subs out of the wazoo, and I'm like, holy shit! I think that video I think is my second most viewed video I've ever done because I think it's got like 420 likes, smoke weed and all that stuff, or 420 views, and I'm like, holy shit, dude! I didn't think it was gonna get that much viewership. I thought it was gonna get like a like a subtle amount, but nearly 430. I didn't think that was even possible, but that was really, really, really nice to see. So yeah, that was really cool. Really, really, really cool. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, we're good. Okay. My shit's all acting up weird, but um yeah, so that happened. And I gotta be honest with everyone here. I will admit that I did do my top 35 list. I will admit I did rush it. Like, I was just kind of thinking of albums on the fly. Like, my top 10, I kind of had, like, narrowed down, but I felt like I could have done the rest of the list better because looking back, there were some albums I know I missed. I forgot to include the new DSI, new Borknagar, let's see, new Wraith, the new Deceased album I really liked. What was another one that I really liked? Deep Purple, I really loved. I love that album. And I'm just like, fuck, I forgot all those albums. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot for not including them, but I'm going to show you A, how many albums I reviewed this year, and B, I might need to plan out my my list a little bit more next time, but um yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. But trying to think here. Oh, hopefully tomorrow. If I don't do one tomorrow, I might do it possibly this weekend and next weekend. I do plan on doing a what the hell am I thinking of? Oh yeah, channel update for 2025. I do plan on doing that, considering that I'll give y'all what you're going to be expecting for this channel, which, spoiler alert, probably not a lot different. Why is my Google Drive thing showing up? Oh, it's gone now. Did you hear the new Betsor album? No, I have not listened to any new albums this year. I was I was done after my year-end list. No more. That's literally how it is. But yeah, it was what the hell, dude? I feel like I've been blanking on a lot of things I'm wanting to say. What else was I want to say? Oh, so before I get into anything, I do want to talk about what happened today. So today I went and hung up with a good friend of mine, and then we went grab lunch with each other, and then I was on my way home, and I was on this one street that's about a block from me, and lo and behold, I saw what looked like a school bus, but it turns out was a power truck, or yeah, like an electricity truck. And I'm like, uh-oh. And lo and behold, I see a power line like snapped, essentially, like the whole thing fell. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And as soon as I get home, the power was out. I'm like, oh, that's great. But thankfully it came back on actually just in time for Saturday night's main event, which I will be talking about here in a minute. Because I want to get my thoughts on that. But yeah, the power was out, and I'm just like, oh my god. That's ridiculous because we've been getting rain all day today. It was raining like crazy. But thankfully thankfully we were all good to go. What's cooking, boss? Hey, what's going on? JAAAAA. Justin there, heavy metal maniac. I tried to say your name as an initial, but I fucked that up. But not much. Not much. Halfway my piercing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I actually did see your band versus band video there, Maniac. Dude, there was a lot of good choices. A lot of good choices. I would have probably sweated on a few of them. Um, good stuff. Some good stuff right there. But I want to talk about a couple things. Oh yeah, so I didn't see the Monday night, the Sunday night, or not Sunday. Jesus fucking Christ, the Thursday night game between the Rams and Niners, dude. That game, I literally missed nothing because it was literally just field goals. Like it felt like a glorified freaking baseball game essentially. Devondre Campbell left. He did not retire. He didn't retire at halftime. He didn't pull Avante David. Recipe Avante David. But yeah, the Niners are screwed. Just worry about the draft. I wouldn't worry about playoffs at this point. I do plan on doing 2 live streams tomorrow. I'm not sure which one we'll be doing at 12 o'clock. Maybe Chiefs Browns if that's a primetime game, which it probably will be. And I plan on doing the Packers and Seahawks. Yeah, a few of those were very tough. Oh yeah, dude. I could see you like visually sweating on the inside with a couple of them. You're like, oh god. But I get it. But really quick, I do want to give my 2 cents on Saturday night's main event that I actually did watch along with my brother. I unfortunately missed out on the McIntyre and Sami Zayn and a good chunk of the Liv Morgan and Io Sky match because I was actually getting food at Dairy Queen, which took for fucking ever to do. But I heard McIntyre and Zayn was pretty solid. Io and Liv, at least the second half looked good, at least in my opinion, although it did go short. I will say most of these matches, they did not go that long. I want to say a couple of them maybe went over 10 minutes at most. So there was a nice flow. There was 5 matches on a 2-hour show. That's not that bad in all honesty. But the 3-way was really good. I would probably, well, no. It was probably close to being my favorite match of the entire show, but the 3-way for the world title was really good. Meecham and Chelsea Green was actually pretty solid. Even just like for the time that they were given, even though the like the near ending to the match was a little fucked up, but they were able to recover well, and the ending was actually really cool. And KO versus Cody. Cody came out with the winged eagle, which was so beautiful. I nearly cried. Oh my god, that title is just so beautiful. So beautiful. And Cody won. But it seems like the story of Cody with a package power driver. And he was getting to a for Triple H, so maybe there's gonna be severe consequences. Another thing I really like too is that I really liked how how old school the whole thing felt. It was a big throwback. Like they were just basically spoiling us with all the 80s and the 90s attire. Like I swear to God, the theme sounded like Jump by Van Halen in a way with the synthesizers, and that was really cool. I really like the setting. It really looked like something out of like 1990 or 91, which I really liked. And Justin Bauer Ventura was on there. Even though it sounded like he was confused and he was a little bit lost, he still did pretty well, especially on commentary. I thought he was actually doing well for the commentary. So, all in all, just a fun show. I would honestly go every way to see it. I mean, way better than what WWE did back in the 2000s because, oh boy, '06, that was not a smart move. It had its moments, but it was few and far between. This was actually a pretty fun show, in all honesty. So, if I had to give it like a star rating, I'll probably give it about 3 3/4 or like maybe like a B, like a B plus. I thought it was a very enjoyable show. That's all I have to really say. But that Winged Eagle belt, mwah, so good, so good. Um, let me see. What else was I about to say? I know for a fact. Oh yeah, speaking of wrestling, really quick here. Tessa Blanchard is back in TNA. Why? That makes no sense. You have a woman who has not been prevalent in wrestling for about 4 years, 4 or 5 years, who became the first ever the first woman to win the Impact World Championship, and immediately got hit by controversy because she was apparently being abusive and verbally racial to uh um what the hell was her name? I can't remember what her name was, but she was saying racial things to her. I think it was an incident that happened in Mexico, and she, I believe, had to be stripped of the title or something like that, or she dropped the title immediately, and she was not seen from wrestling ever again. And she's been kind of blackmailed in a way. Um, well, not blackmailed, like kind of like prohibited from some is run by a bunch of fucking morons. Looking at you, Tommy Dreamer. They kicked out Scott D'Amore for this. Jeez Louise. TNA was actually starting to get a little bit of a run. And now they're bringing in Tessa Blanchard back. Talent-wise, she's good. But she's a fucking twat. She's a diva. She's got attitude problems. And they still have Moose there. Notable women respect her. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just don't get things in life. But anyways, that was off a little bit of a tangent there. Trying to think. What else is there to talk about? Felt like something else happened. Y'all might have to fill me in on some things because I'm blanking a little bit. Let me see. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the punk rock NBA NBA guy quit YouTube. Okay. And I never cared for him. I watched a few of his videos, but it's like, okay, what's your point? I just never got the appeal of him. Oh no, anyways, that's literally what I said. Remember the YouTube channel, Matt Mike? I think he's quitting YouTube just because I saw the community that you just posted 20 minutes ago. Dude, that was a joke. That was a joke. I don't think he's actually quitting YouTube. Army, he might. Honestly, he might. But the way, well, I mean, he might. Who knows? Because he does have a full-time job. So. Finn McKenty. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, that's that's oh wow, that's literally punk rock NBA. Gotcha. I've always despised Finn. You're racist if you don't like trap metal. McKenty. Trap metal? Do you mean trad metal or trap metal? Like, what's trap metal? I'm kind of curious to see what Mike's albums of 2024 are going to be, because I have a feeling there's one album that he might put as number one, if not like at the very top. But yeah. I know there's one album he's going to put on his list, but there's one that might beat the one that from a band that he. Damn, loading on my screen. Yeah, I apologize. It's probably because my internet's still shitty, but because again the power just came back on a couple hours ago. So, let's see. I actually just watched the Metal Meltdowns 10 worst albums of the year. There were some reasonable ones. There was one I didn't necessarily agreed with, but I can see where he's coming from, and that was the new Bruce Dickinson album. It's not terrible. It's just passable, but I can see why he didn't like that album. I was no fan of it at all myself, but I didn't think it was horrible. I actually thought it was better than the last few Maiden albums, but yeah, there's some obvious ones there too. Yeah, yeah, you put 6 Feet Under. I mean, I can agree, but I don't think it's like the worst thing in the world. But again, the bar was so fucking low. Like the bar was like literally right here, and they were like, and they just went slightly above it because that's how low the standards are for 6 Feet Under. But at least there were some energetic moments. I mean, it felt energized, which is what you can say about some other bands. But the Kerry King album, I fully expected him to put that there. I hated that album. That album was terrible to me. The Popular Monster one, which was basically a collection of like compilations. It was like a best of or like a greatest hits. And I had no desire to see that because fuck that. I prefer to listen to good music and not douchey metal. Um, what was another one that he had? I've actually not listened to any of Bruce Dickinson's solo stuff. I mean, the Magic Project was actually like the first full album I listened to by Bruce. I actually have it in my collection. I got it along with the new Priest album. Um, Again, it was okay. I felt like they could have cut some tracks in half, in my opinion. Like shave off a few of the minutes on some of the tracks, but it wasn't okay. It was again, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't that great. But I have heard like his stuff from like the early '90s to early 2000s have been really good, or late '90s, early 2000s really good. New Static X is another one that he had. Yeah, I heard that one. I didn't listen to that one. I heard the new Ministry was. I heard that one was actually pretty divisive. Some people said it wasn't bad, but he thought it was shit. They actually played, I think, a track when I saw them live, along with Filter, Cooper, and Zombie. I think the song was called "The Goddamn White Trash," which is okay, cool. It was actually pretty good live. They had like this nice, like thrashy guitar tone that I actually thought was really good, and you hear us out. I was like, "The goddamn white trash!" Like you kind of sound like that, where he's just basically shouting into the mic. I thought that was actually kind of funny, but the song itself was just kind of eh. I thought it was better live. So there's that, but I don't even think I can even like. There was like probably 2, 3 albums I thought that I was not a fan of. It was obviously the new Bruce, the new Kerry King, and quite honestly, people are probably gonna give me shit for this. I did not dig that new Brodequin album. I tried giving it, I gave it a listen a couple times, could not get into it. New Ministry is better than the last 2 albums, but that's not saying much. Ministry's been shit for about a decade. Yeah, yeah, I've heard some kind of non-good stuff about it. Like I heard that their album Americant was fucking horrible. Yeah, there's that. I mean, I'm not really big into industrial metal. Like if a band does an industrial metal album and there's like different unique parts to it, then I'll dig it. But all in the outside of things, um, I'm just not an overall big fan of the genre. Like maybe Fear Factory because at least Burton's got some really good melodies. I'm shocked New Anvil wasn't on Meltdown's list. He probably forgot about it. Yeah, someone who has a good chunk of their albums, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't listen to it. Like, there were some shining moments on some of the albums, but oh my god, those albums are fucking dumb. And no, I will not be doing a ranking of them. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. That is not worth it, in my opinion. thinks Anvil's been making the same album over and over. That's fair. It's like you have some solid riffs, even though they're stock, good instrumentation, crappy lyrics, and shitty vocals. That's literally it. That's literally it. What was another one? There was one where I think it was oh god. I think it was members from like Five Finger Death Punch that made an album, and he said that they were shit. That's because they just kept getting worse as the years go along. Yeah, that's true. And of course, Melty put the Motley Crue EP. I listened to like snippets of the tracks. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Vince has nothing. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. He sounds horrible. Like, I'll be completely honest. Vince. How should I say this? Vince's vocals were never really all that great to begin with. Like I thought his vocals were a little too nasally for my liking, but there were some moments on some albums that he wasn't actually that terrible. Flat Black is the one you're thinking of. Semi Rotten also came out this year. New project from Psycho Center. Oh yes, my favorite, Psycho Center, my beloved. Ugh. How the fuck do you put out 9 albums in one day and yet not one of them is good? Oh Jesus. 9 albums worth of trash. When it comes to Motley Crue, it's mostly their 80s albums. Yeah, that's kind of the standard fare for Motley Crue. Let's see. What was another album that he put on there? I actually can't remember. I literally just watched this today, and I'm trying to remember. What was another album? I can't remember. I actually can't remember. Hot take, I think Motley Crue's best album is their 94 self-titled album with John Corabi. Ooh. Isn't that when they went like more alternative in a way? Because that might tickle some of the ivories when it comes to Motley Crue fans, all 4 of them right now. Now, actually, I kind of want to see what y'all's responses in the chat is for this one. Out of all the albums you have listened to this year, what is, in your opinion, the most disappointing album? Saint Tricoli would say that, but it's okay at best. I'll give my response to like what was the most disappointing album of the year in my opinion after y'all say yours. I'm curious to see what y'all's opinion or what y'all's most disappointing album of the year is. Because there was one that I didn't think it was bad, but it should have been a lot better than it should have. Most disappointing album, Swallow the Sun Shining. Yeah, I heard that one was a little bit odd. I didn't have a chance to listen to that one. That was on my radar, but then I didn't have time for that one. You don't have anything? To me, out of all the albums I have listened to, I was pretty disappointed with the new Accept album. I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right, but the problem with it is that it just felt too formulaic to me. Like they didn't really step out of that formula where, riff, catchy chorus, melodic riff, solo, and that's it. And it sucks too because like their string of albums from 2010 have been fucking phenomenal. Like Blood of the Nation's fantastic. Stalingrad was a really good follow up. Blind Rage is my personal favorite Accept album. Rise of Chaos was really good. I thought Two Mean to Die was solid. And then this one is like, it's fine, but it's not an album I really go back to every so often. Like, I feel like most of the album is kind of run together, like it's a like very run of the mill. Like, if I were to rank it, I'll probably put somewhere in the middle. Like, it's not bad, but it's probably my least favorite of their modern era because I thought it was going to be really, really, really good, and it was just good, but nothing less. I can agree with that. It's a fine album, but there's a couple duds on it. I know you disagree, but I thought Running Christ Knew I was a disappointment too. I mean, it was a first album experience for me. I thought it was a really good album. But then again, it was a first experience for me. So if I were to listen to more Rotting Christ, I might give a full opinion on it. But I actually thought it was a really good album. It's just the main problem I have with it is I felt like they leaned on the choruses a little too much. Like the epic chorus is a little too much. But other than that, it's just like really good melodic death metal with some black metal thrown in there. At least to me, it was. And I thought it was like a symphonic black metal band at first, but I was thinking of something else. But yeah, there were some albums I really want to listen to that I was really wanting to get into this year, but I ultimately didn't have a chance to. Listen to Thy Mighty Contract, Hellenic, Hellenic black metal banger. Yeah, I've heard some good stuff about that debut. Yeah, there was, I want to say like 5 albums I wanted to listen to this year, but I just could not have the time for it. That being the first one being the New Inquisition. I wanted to listen to that New Inquisition album because I am a fan of those guys, despite the controversy with Dagon. I love that band. That's one of my favorite black metal bands, but I ultimately didn't have time for it because I forgot it was released. Like I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know when it was released. And by the time it was released, I couldn't go back to it. So, I felt like I missed out on some good stuff there. I wanted to listen to the new what the hell was it? There was 2 other ones I really wanted to listen to, but couldn't listen to it. Shit, what was it? Damn it, I can't think of. What the hell was it? Can't remember. I cannot remember what it was, but yeah, New Inquisition, obviously New Ulcerate, New Opeth. I feel like an asshole for missing out on those, but I just didn't have time, unfortunately. Literally, I was listening to the New Ulcerate, but I had to stop because I was doing a garage sale. So, and by the time I went back to the album, I was whipped because fuck, it was so hot out there. It was so hot outside. So. What other album I think I forgot to listen to? Oh yeah, that was the other one. Defeated Sandy's Chronicles of Lunacy. I heard a couple snippets of it, and it sounded pretty solid, all things considered. Tried my best to get into the new Defeated Sandy. I listened to their newest album. They've done nothing for me at all. Well, sometimes you can't win them all, unfortunately. I did see Necrotic Nick's top 40 albums of the year. um, with part one. Part one pretty solid. I'm kind of shocked he had skeletal remains a little bit lower. I figured he would have that a little bit higher, but um, to each their own, I guess. What was the other one that he did? A new ritual fog. I thought that was all right. What was another one? Oh yeah, new body count. I want to listen to a new body count, but I just again just didn't have time. Oh, Vile Burner or Veil Burner. Yeah. Everyone's been dropping their year to end list lately. It's hard to keep up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it has. Let's see. Yeah, I heard New Molder was really good. I heard New Earthburner was really good. I heard the new Massacre was pretty mid. um, yeah. Let's see. I heard New Tribulation was really good. I heard that was pretty good. The new Enforce EP I heard was fantastic. I think I heard the new Jerry Cantrell was really good. I didn't have a chance to listen to it, unfortunately, but I hope I will one day. I might buy it and give my thoughts on it. Let's see. New Crown of Horn. The new Crown I thought was pretty good. Massacre more like Massacre. Yeah, they really haven't been the same since '91. We're just gonna say that. Let's see. Undeath. Oh, dude, that new Undeath was so fucking good. New Undeath was great. That Blood Incantation album was just fantastic. New Rip to Shreds was great. New Beat Witcher was solid. Black Dahlia Murder was solid. New One, Two Others I thought was alright. I thought it was an alright album. Just my main problem with it is that it was too bloated for me. The Massacre album you need is from me. There you go. Vended self-titled. I mean, they said it was basically like a Slipknot ripoff, so there you go. Try to get into New Blood Incantation just doesn't do a lot for me. I mean, it's very ambitious. Like you'll have to kind of be in the right mindset for it. But dude, oh my god, it's literally if Pink Floyd made a death metal album, and it's so good. It's really good. I can understand why some people can't get into it, but I thought it was a very, very, very good album. Let's see. Flotsam and Jetsam was great. I thought that was a fantastic album. The new Satan I thought was really good. I heard some people aren't a fan of that, mainly for the production. I actually don't mind the production personally. Let's see. I heard the new Winter Sun album was kind of meh. I'm not a Pink Floyd fan, so that probably explains it. I mean, I like some Floyd, but I'm not like the world's biggest fan of them, so I can get it. Deceased was really good. New Nails was fantastic. I forgot to include that new Demiser album, and I'm so pissed about it because I thought that was a great album. Let's see. Of course, New Nile, that was top 3 for me. That was my favorite death metal album of the year. Just fucking excellent, dude. Riffs galore from Carl Sanders, especially that song "Chapter for Not Being Hung Upside Down on a Stake in the Underworld and Me to Eat Feces by the Four Apes." Oh, that is so good. Such a good song. Heard the new Instant Freedom was really good, but I still need to dive into that band. Yeah, I'm not really into that kind of power metal. Or like that folk metal. I'm not really into folk metal. New Gate Creeper, yeah, New Gate Creeper is so good. I almost forgot to put him in my list, but thankfully I did. I thought that was a really damn good album. New Dark Tranquility was all right. It was fine. New Auction Destroyer was fucking brilliant. Fulci was really good. Oh yeah, Mushroom Head. that's where Rob put that in his worst albums of the year list. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let's see. New Summoning the Lich. Oh my god, that album was brutal. New Laceration. I wanted to put that in my top 10, my year-end list, but it just didn't make the cut, unfortunately. New Deep Purple, obviously, I thought was really good. I wanted to listen to Werewolves out. For some reason, it wasn't on Spotify, so I couldn't see. Oh, God, I forgot about that album. Fuck. Fuck. Ugh. Mad at myself. New 200 Saplings, I thought was fantastic album. Uh, um, well, oh yeah, New Malignancy. I heard that New Malignancy album was really good. Crypt Sermon, one of the best albums of the year. That was the best new metal album of the year. So damn good. New Ulcerated, obviously. Let's see. New Severe Torture. I felt like that album never got talked about. I actually thought that was a really, really, really good album. Really good album. Let's see. The new Thou was fucking disturbing. Paul Bear, the saddest album of the year. New Melvins was pretty good. Yeah, I heard it was all. I heard some good stuff about it. I need to get into them though. I do need to get into them. Oh god, that Nocturnus AD Universal. That was such a fucking weird album. I mean, okay, I like the concept of it, and I thought musically, I thought was pretty solid, but the vocals were fucking horrible. Oh my god, the vocals were bad. Oh god, them vocals. Oof. I just, oh, they were bad. They were pretty bad in my opinion. New Gatekeeper, obviously. New Carrie King. Bad album. Let's see. New Necrophagia was fun. New Necrophagia was good. All the Nocturnus you need is the debut. Yeah, I heard The Key is a very good album. Yeah, Necrophagia, that was a fun album. New Noctilus I thought was pretty good. Of course, the new 6 Feet Under, which again I don't think was terrible, but yeah. New Midnight, oh yeah, dude, New Midnight was awesome. The only reason why I didn't put it on my list is because it was too short. That was literally the only reason why. Should have gotten an honorable mention, but unfortunately I forgot. Let's see. I actually heard the new Crawl was very, very, very good. Better Lovers. Yeah, I heard that was a good album, but I didn't really care for like from the songs I heard, I didn't care for it, but who knows? If I pick the album up and listen to it, I might like it. Who knows? Let's see. Full of Hell was really good. I thought that was a great grindcore album. The new Accept was all right. The new Dark Throne was all right. That new Deicide album was really good though. Yeah, like that weekend I thought was absolutely stacked because new Dark Throne, new Accept, and new Deicide. Like those are like three of the most influential bands of their respective genres of all time, and one of them was really good in my opinion. And it didn't even make my list, which I'm pissed about. Um, let me see. Let me see. New My Dying Bride. Oh my god, that was. Woo, woo. Those vocals, man, those vocals, so good. New High on Fire, fantastic. The new Benighted was okay. It felt like a deathcore album to me in some ways. New Oceans of Slumber. Yeah, I heard that New Oceans of Slumber is really good. Oh, dude, that new Vulture album. Oh, that was such a good album. Like, you guys know me, I am a whore when it comes to classic heavy metal, but god damn, that was some good stuff. The new Obsessed. Oh yeah, dude, that was a really good album. I actually really, really, really enjoyed that. It almost got a 4 for me, but it ultimately got 3 3/4. New Necrot was great. I really like that album. New Witch Vomit was pretty good. I thought that was a really good album. The new Aborted sounded similar to the new Benighted. Yeah, it really did. That album just had way too many guest stars on it. Way too many guest musicians on that album. Let's see. New X Harder. I didn't have a chance to listen to that. Yeah, dude. New Hideous Divinity. Oh, that album was fucking excellent. The Italian Nile, from what I've been told, and it was good shit. I really, really, really dug it. New Necrophobic was top 10 for me. Fantastic. It's kind of in a way they're kind of progressing that sound that Dissection had in the 90s and kind of taking it further, if you will. And it was just good shit, dude. The title track has one of the catchiest choruses I think I've heard of the year. And the Twilight Gray. Good shit. I heard New Atrophy was okay. In both two albums, one track feature Oli Peters from Archspire. Yeah. Let's see. The new Ultimus was really good. I thought that album was great. Yeah, New Midnight was fun. New Skeletal Remains. Oh, that new Skeletal Remains is so good. That in my opinion, might be like the best, like, Morbid Angel-esque band going today. Like, that album was just killer stuff. Of course, New Priest, that was my favorite album of the year. New Suicidal Angels, I forgot to include that. I thought that was a great thrash album. New Bruce was okay. New Borknagar was really good. New Mortiscold I thought was pretty solid too. Job for a Cowboy was really good this year. I actually thought that album kind of got a little overlooked. Debut from Neon Nightmare. Yeah, I heard that one was a really good album. I heard that was really good. Yeah, New Obsessed I thought was really good. I didn't listen to New Eson because I don't care for him personally. Let's see. Heard the new Holder album was really good. Dude, that new Spectral Voice album I heard was from what I've heard was really good. Sporagmos. Heard that was like one of the nastiest Death Through Mountains of the year. New Iron Monkey was really good. Isn't that sounds like a thrash act, does it not? Iron Monkey. Oh, it's a sludge act. Oh, okay, gotcha. That, I don't know why that sounds like a thrash act to me. What was their album called? Spleen and Goad. Goad. Yep, UK Sludge. Let's see. Yeah, New Morbid Saint. Oh, fucking excellent. Love that album. So good. Let's see. I heard New Necro Wrench was really good. The new Necro Wrench album, I heard that was really, really, really fun. New Coitless Horse. I heard that album happened in a way. New Blood Breath Throne was all right. I wasn't overly too sold on it, but I still thought it was pretty solid. I heard the new Vitriol album was fucking ridiculous. The new Master album was okay. What's the new God Flesh Apocalypse album? Didn't listen to it. And I think a Cancer Christ. Oh, I heard that one was ridiculous. That was an absolutely ridiculous album. And I think and the New Saxon. New Saxon was great. I've said this before and I'll say it again. That was probably one of their best albums they've done since the 2000s. Yep. And just a little heads up for y'all. My good buddy Levi, aka Thrashmanic 99. His immortal ranking is going to be coming out in a couple days. I'll be heavily anticipating that. Because y'all know me, Immortal's my favorite black metal band of all time. Even though my favorite black metal album is Bathory's Under the Sign of Black Mark, but you can't go wrong with Immortal. You just can't. New Bong Ripper was insanely dark and heavy. I didn't have a chance to listen to that one, but I did. I think you had that as your honorable, either your honorable mention or you had that in your top 10. Maniac. I can't fully remember. Do Jerry Cantrell's good? Yeah. I mean, Jerry's going to bring you riffs and melodies. Praying Mantis released a new album this year. Ooh, yeah. Was that the one with Paul Diano? Or no, that was Paul Diano's Warhorse, I believe. Oh hell. Sorry for the buzzing in the background. That's our new dryer. I swear to God, it sounds like somebody's getting a buzz cut. New chat pile? Yeah, I heard that one was pretty solid. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do my um channel update. Again, if not tomorrow, then I know for a fact excuse me, that I am gonna be doing it hopefully next week. Any bands you discovered this month, boss, new or old? There was quite a few new bands that I did get to check out. That I did for my rapid fire album reviews. There was one black metal act. I forgot the name of them though. Their debut was all right. It sounded like old school Norwegian death or black metal, like very raw sounding. Obviously the new Oxygen Destroyer. I was actually listening to their albums before their new one, and it actually sounded really damn good too. Wait, what? Jerry Cantrell's Boggy Depot versus Degraduation Trip? The fuck does that even mean? I haven't listened to neither. So check please. Um, let's see. Trying to think of like any new bands, like or old bands. I mean, I did like a lot of bands like this year, like I have all the albums right there essentially, like the old and new ones. They were all basically first time listens for me, like in terms of like the bands, like the new Knocked Loose, the new Thou, Fulci, Hideous Divinity. Not so much Flotsam and Jetsam. I heard their first few albums. Let's see, New Morbid Saint, uh, Degraduation. Oh, it's Degraduation. Gotcha. Or degradation. You know what I meant. Shut up. Y'all being mean. I'm getting bullied by people younger than me again. Is that your favorite Jerry album? Jerry. Dun 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 dun. Bow. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Help me, I'm feeling. Eagles versus the Doobie Brothers. Not a fan of either, in all honesty. Not an overly big fan of either. There was another video that I've been thinking about. And actually, suggested it to some other to other channels as well, and that's essentially your favorite album from every year that you were born, like from every year of your birthday. It doesn't have to be like exactly on your birthday or like your birth year essentially. So I was born in '03. From '03 to like 2024/2025. I was really wanting to make a video on that. The problem is though, there's not that many good albums in 2003 from what I've heard. So that one's gonna be hard. '05 should be easy. '04 is a little tough. '06 is a little tricky. '07 is pretty easy for me. '08's a little hard. '09 and so on and so forth. So yeah, man. May 5th, 2004. I was born April 1st, 2003. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, can't pop my neck. Oh, shitty. I was born '07. Some really solid albums that dropped that year. Yeah, there were some really good ones. That Saxon album. The Inner Sanctum, that was a really good album. That was a great album. Candlemass King of the Grey Islands. Spoiler, that might be my pick. That was such a good album. I'm trying to think of other albums that came out in '07. Type of Negative's final album, Dead Again. That was a really good album. Probably one of the better final albums of a band's career. That Dark Throne album, the FO80, fucking horrible. Fuck that album though. Well, to date, the latest King Diamond album, Give Me Your Soul, Please. It's okay. It's one of the weaker King Diamond albums. It wasn't bad, but not really too inspired. Trying to think. That Evil album. What was it called? Enter the Grave. I heard that one was really good. BT Bam's Colors. Yep, Colors. I heard that one was really good. I have Colors too. That was a really good album. Depth is This Communion, my favorite High on Fire album. Oh yeah, that came out in 07. Dark Tranquility's Fiction. Yep. Yeah, the new Dark Tranquility album that came out this year, I thought it was all right. I wasn't really too high on it. Oh, what a name. Oh man, what was some other albums? I'm trying to think what was that Abergore album that came out in '07? Maniac, help me out on that because I know you ranked them. I can't remember what it was. The last Reverend Bizarre album? Never heard of them. Onslaught's Killing Piece, their comeback album. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what was that Abergore album that came out that year? I can't remember what it was. Fractural Possession. Okay, thank you. That album's absolutely bonkers. Yeah, from what I've heard, it sounds fucking insane. It's like black metal with like death metal, like kind of math metal riffs. It's very bizarre from what I've heard. Like that band is not afraid to experiment. Like that is like they're up there with like Impale Nazarene with like one of the most experimental black metal bands. Let's see. That Immolation album, Shadows in the Light, that wasn't terrible, but it's by far the weakest Immolation album in my opinion. Just not a whole lot's really going on in that album. Oh yeah, Exhibition is the Atrocity Exhibition Exhibit A, dude, fucking killer album. Like holy shit, the riffs on that album are just so good. And the fact that Tom Hunting is on that album too, and yeah, that was a really good album. Like, dude, that production is fucking heavy production. Like, Children of a Worthless God, Funeral Hymn, the title track. What was Riot Act? Oh shit! What was that final song? Crap! I have Oh yeah, Black Dahlia Murders Nocturnal. Yep, that one too. What the hell was that? What was that song? my god, what was it? What was it called? Bedlam 123, that's what it was called. Oh dude, that final track's great. Iconoclasm is really good too. So damn good. Yeah, another thing too is that the album as a whole is like the final album or the final track of Bedlam 123. It's nearly 20 minutes, but in reality it's about like 7 minutes. And like the rest of it's like silence and like other things. Municipal Waste, the Art of Partying, yeah, that too. And Niall's Epiphallic. Oh yeah, that album came out in '07. I thought that was a solid Niall album, but coming off of Annihilation of the Wicked, you know, yeah, coming off of an album like that, you're gonna stumble a little bit. The Cleansing, I don't know which band that was. Didn't damn, I'm trying to think. Let's see. DSI didn't make an album. I'm trying to think. Oh, no. Wait, yeah. Didn't Obituary come out with an album in '07? Or was that in '08? What was it called? Executioner's Return? I think that's what it was. I think that was in '07. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check. I believe that's what it was. As Silence. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yep, Executioner's Return. Yep. I need to get I need to get Obituary in my collection. I really, really, really do. That discography was really, really fun to listen to. Skeleton Witches Beyond the Permafrost. I actually have a Skeleton Witch EP. The Apothic Gloom. I still need to check that one out. Uh, Damn. I'm freaking drawing a blanket, man. Trying to really get into my trying to dig into my little thing, but I can't. Oh yeah, duh! This album came out. Ozzy, he came out with Black Rain. That's right. I almost forgot about that, but it was a modern Ozzy album, so. Final Sign of Evil. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. It's not kind of. It is absolute dog shit. Like that objectively is a bad Sodom album, just from like production standpoint. Like, oh, that album's terrible. And don't get me wrong, I think Sodom's discography is like incredibly consistent, but out of all the like albums, and I didn't include that in my ranking because that was more of a re-recording. But yeah, that's not good. That was not a good listening experience at all. Like, oh god, that production's terrible. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like I'll be honest, 2007 was kind of a non-event for a lot of bands. In all honesty, because like it was kind of crammed because there was like a lot of like bands from like the 80s that were like really making some really good albums from like '06 to '08. And like '07 happened and it was just kind of there for some bands. So But let's name some albums from 2000 and shit. Oh, another album that came out in 2007. Megadeth's United Abominations. That came out in '07. I feel like people kind of forget about that album too. That was when they were on a little bit of a comeback run in the late 2000s. Well, let's here, why don't we play a little game here? I would like to play a game. Y'all give me an album and I'll give my full honest opinion on them. I want to see some interesting ones here. This is a little bit fun. It's like fun. I think fun is fun. Here, let me just put it out of this right here. Ooh, yes. Hey, what's going on, Roman VR NFL Stream Sunday? You know it, my dude. You sure know it. I might probably do if the game is going to be streamed on Fox or CBS. I am doing the Chiefs and Browns. You can bet your sweet bottom dollar, because we all know nothing is more good than watching them sweet, sweet, sweet Jameis Winston turnovers. Mwah. Beautiful. 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 But yeah, give me an album and I'll give my thoughts on them. New York. New York. I'm walking here. I'm talking here. Ooh, and Tomb Serpent Saints actually came out in 2007 as well. I haven't heard that album, but I haven't heard good things about it, so yeah. It was fucking weird. Oh god. I don't know how a band kind of took a dip in quality like that. Like, I heard that Tomb's made some good albums. That ain't one of them, though. Ooh. Candlemass Dactylus Glomerata. It's my least favorite Candlemass album. Not bad, but not a fan of the direction they went in. I know why they went into the direction that they ultimately went in, but considering that it was supposed to be an abstract algebra album, but it wouldn't sell as much, so they just labeled it as Candlemass, it ultimately didn't work. Like, the weird, like, stoner psychedelic elements just didn't do anything for me. But it's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't think Candlemass has a flat out bad album. It's just that period I'm not going to go back to anytime soon. I mean, I might get the albums just for a collection collection's sake, but it's not an album I'm going to be listening to anytime soon. Yeah, that's unfortunate and unpleasant. Yeah. Devin Townsend's Zeltoid the Omniscient. That actually came out in '07 as well. I haven't heard of it. Or I haven't heard. Yeah, I haven't heard it yet. I need to get into Debbie. I need to get into Heavy Debbie because I feel like I'm missing out on some good shit. I actually heard that his new album this year was actually pretty solid. Ooh, Iced Earth Horror Show. That album I actually have. Let's go grab that really quick, actually. This fine specimen right here. I might as well sit down. This is, I would say, top tier Iced Earth album. I love this album. I love the themes going on with it, with you know, werewolf, the werewolf, Frankenstein, all that stuff. Top to bottom, songwriting is fantastic. Like the opening track, Wolf's great, Damien is great, Jack is a thrashy ripper. Ghost of Freedom, I'm Hotep, Pharaoh's Curse, Dragon's Child, Frankenstein. Dude, Dracula, holy shit, the vocals on that are absolutely insane. But dude, Phantom Opera Ghost, one of the best epics the band's ever done, in my opinion. Oh shit! Ow. Annihilator Set the World on Fire. I haven't heard that album. I've only heard. I think I only heard their debut, and that's it. Which kind of sucks because I feel like I'm missing out on some good thrash, Canadian thrash at least. All right. We might go to 1:30 and we might call it a night. It depends. Satyricon, Nemesis Divina, never heard it. I'll be completely honest, I'm not really a big Satyricon fan personally. Just never got the appeal of them. I mean, will I get into them one day? Who knows? But from what I've heard, it doesn't sound all that interesting to me. Just not really my cup of vodka personally. Put my watch on my. On an angry chair. I don't mind, yeah. I don't mind. Pestilence, Testimony of the Ancients. Haven't listened to that album. Actually, on the Metal Meltdown, I think he ranked Pestilence, their latest album, which I think was a compilation. He ranked that as one of the worst albums of the year. So, yeah. Man, Pestilence has took a fucking nosedive when it comes to album output from what I've heard, because Patrick Marmalade is kind of an idiot. And by kind of, I mean he's a complete idiot. Dude went after fucking Quest for Metal for no reason other to attack him on his rankings for some stupid reason. Oh, it was re-recorded? Oh, dude. Just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Patrick Marmalade, or as they call him, Patrick the Smelly. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, just there's having an ego and there's having that. Like, dude, you're just being a dick for no reason. It's like you can disagree on someone's ranking and you cannot be a complete ass about it. And that is not what Patrick did, so yeah. Accept Balls to the Wall. One of the best Accept albums that I actually have. Ooh, let's see. Right here. Classic album right here with a nice little close up of that inner thigh there on Udo. But this is my. I think I ranked this number 3. This is the best album with Udo on vocals. Great shit, like the title track, London Leather Boys, Fight It Back, Head Over Heels, Losing More Than You've Ever Had, Love Child, Losers and Winners, one of the best songs they've ever done. A Garden Night and Winter Dreams, fantastic shit. Ooh. Let's see here. I know I just saw it. Ah, here it is. Ooh. Ow, damn it. All right, Judas Priest, Ram It Down. Quite possibly the most overhated album. Well, one of the most overhated albums in the Priest catalog. This one I have. I don't know where. This isn't like the re-recorder version. I might get the re-recorder version just a little bit, so that way I can get the I think the E on this one. But I actually really like this album. I thought this was a really good album, and this was the precursor to Painkiller, in my opinion, because the title track, Heavy Metal, Come and Get It, Hard as Iron's fantastic. Blood Red Sky is one of the best songs Priest has ever done. I'm a Rocker, Love You to Death, and Monsters of Rock. Very doom laden. That's like a full-on Sabbath song. One of the more underrated albums of the Priest catalog, in my opinion. Ooh. All right, Mellow Church, The Human Factor. I haven't heard that album, unfortunately. Ram It Down is okay. I thought it was actually pretty good. Arguably my least favorite '80s Priest album. So you like it less than Turbo? Interesting. Interesting. I ain't gonna disagree with you, but yeah. Ram It Down would sound better without that awful sounding drum machine. Yeah, that's kind of like the big complaint I have with it is the drum machine's pretty bad on that album. But otherwise, I think like the riff works really good. Venom Primeval. Ooh, the Tony the Demolition Man Dolan era of Venom. I haven't heard the album in full, but from what I have heard is really damn good. Um, I heard the title track's really good in particular. I think they did a cover of Megalomania, if I believe, and I heard that album was almost just as good, as, or if not better, than the original version by Sabbath. Malevolent Creation Stillborn, I have not checked out any Malevolent Creation, unfortunately, so I'll have to take a pass on that. I'm actually going to take my melatonin on that. Ooh, Rammstein. Uh, so sucks. I have no idea how to pronounce that one. I think that's their second album. I've heard maybe a song or two off it, and it was all right. I'm not really a huge Rammstein fan, to be honest. Like they have some good songs, but it's not overall my thing. Deicide and Torment in Hell. I have not listened to that album, but I have heard it is pretty fucking bad. Am I pretty bad? I mean, it is fucking horrible. um, but yeah, the only Deicide albums I have listened to has been the new one and Scars of the Crucifix. Gravedigger, Heart of Darkness. I haven't listened to a Gravedigger album, unfortunately, and I forgot I have I've got the quota. Oh. All right, we're just about approaching an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna actually start writing down here in a bit. Havoc Time is Up. I haven't listened to the album, so probably one or two more here, and then I'm probably gonna wrap this up because I'm getting pretty tired. It's a little after 11 where I'm at. Autopsy Shit Fun. I haven't heard that album, but my god, that album cover is something I will not be able to unsee. It's my album sleep paralysis. It's my album cover sleep paralysis demon. Like, oh, okay, that. Oh, okay, they're doing that. I will never look at a chocolate popsicle the same ever again. Ever. Ever. Jesus Christ. What the hell were you thinking, Chris? Ugh. It's literally a poopsicle. Not a popsicle, a poopsicle. Oh, hope to God there was no corn in that, but anyways, all right. Oh my god, man. Well, we've reached the hour and 30-minute point, which means I'm going to end the stream here. Yeah, I'm fucking whipped. It's been a day for me. It's been a week for me personally. So thank you to everyone that tuned in. Thank you to everyone that's been here with me through this year, especially. Um, and I really appreciate all the feedback that I have been getting on my, especially on my album of the year list. That I never thought I got that many views, in all honesty. So I got a lot of people to think on that. So hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, hit the big hiccups. That big red subscribe button and tap the bell so when I upload, you guys will be notified. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I will see y'all tomorrow for the Sunday games. And as always, join the herd. I'll talk guys next one. Peace out.